So today we continue in Romans. We're in chapter 7. We're going to cover verses 7 through 12. And Paul says two things that are very interesting. He says, first of all, I would not have known there was sin if it weren't for the law. It sounds to me like we got to get rid of the law. Hold on to that thought. Then he says, the law told me don't covet. And because of that, all kinds of covetousness came into my life. We have a nature from Adam that wants to sin. We have a sin nature. If you know me, you know that I tell this story all the time. I was 2, maybe 3 years old, and my mom said, don't walk through that mud puddle. I did. And she turned around and she said, Bobby, did you walk through the mud puddle? And I said, yeah, and I got both bleeping feet wet at age 3. I had the sin nature that just said, you tell me what not to do, I'm going to want to do it. So back to the question, should we have laws? Should we have rules? And the answer is yes, because the rules set boundaries for us. They set boundaries of where we shouldn't go for our own safety. Just the same, when our daughter goes out into the street, we say, make sure you're holding somebody's hand for her safety. Tire prints don't look good on her forehead. And just the same, you keep cows and horses in pens and fenced in because you don't want them walking all over the road. It's for their safety and ours. But there are rules in life that are for our safety. There are rules like, don't start making babies until you're married. And so that's for your safety. Why? Because you're going to have some very hurtful situations in your life and a lot of pain if you go outside of that boundary. You want to find the boundaries? Matthew 5 through 7, the Sermon on the Mount, will tell you exactly those boundaries. Things like, guys, and I guess even girls, when you see the opposite sex walk by and you go, hey, stop it right there. Stop it right there. That's a boundary that's been set up. Why? Because if you let that thought go, you're going to end up in a place you don't want to be. There are boundaries that are set up for our benefit. So the point today is 2 things. Number 1, learn the boundaries. We can stick our head in the sand and go, okay, I guess everything I do is okay because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, that's no good. That's not God-pleasing. Know the boundaries and then realize you're going to want to break those boundaries. Every one of them. Because that's just the way our human nature is. We'll cover that in the next few verses, is that we have a flesh that loves to sin and an old sin nature that loves to sin. We'll cover that. So know the boundaries and realize you're going to want to break the boundaries. Find ways to overcome the desire to go beyond the boundaries in your life. That'll be more God-pleasing for you and a lot less painful for you. Want to read the entire devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page, and we'll see you tomorrow.